Hi, I'm Sofia Bernardi, mindset and business coach supporting ambitious new and rising coaches to master their mindset, create an aligned and profitable strategy, and grow a six-figure business and beyond using the Rising Coach method. I built a $500,000 business by the age of 24, and in this podcast, I will teach you the psychology, strategy, and energetics to do the same. Let's dive in. Hi, and welcome to the Quick Wins segment of Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. This segment is all about sharing quick actions you can take today to help you attract more leads, sign dream clients, and create a more profitable, sustainable, and enjoyable business. Let's dive in. So guys, today's Quick Wins episode is about how to set your new year business goals. So this is going to be a really quick episode sharing with you my process of specifically what I did, give you a few little tips along the way, and then you can go out, set your goals if you haven't already. Hopefully you have though. But this might help you fine tune it and just make sure that you stay on track to actually achieve your goals this year. Let's dive in. So I like setting big 12-month goals, and then I break them down into quarterly, monthly, and then weekly goals, which weekly more becomes like tasks. But I like doing that because a big 12-month goal can feel really far away, really scary, and really overwhelming. But when you start to break it down, it starts to feel more manageable and more possible. So that's what I like to do. So firstly, what you want to do, step one is write down specific 12-month goals. Make sure it's specific. You need to ask yourself, will I be able to know when I've actually achieved this? And what I mean by that is sometimes people might write a goal like to feel really good all year. Like that's just something I just made up. But it's like feelings come and go, right? So it's like you're not going to feel good 24/7. And so you want it to be something that's tangible and measurable so you know whether you're progressing towards it or not, rather than this thing that's meant to come and go and fleet, right? That's more of like a theme or a vibe or a word for a year or something like that. Whereas goals is like you know the target, you know the end result, you know the specifics about it. So make sure that you choose 12 months goals to start with. They're really specific, really measurable. You'll know if you achieved it. You either achieved it or you didn't. There's no like real in between there, okay? So make sure it's really specific. If you need help with that, Google the SMART method. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Follow that process. But the problem is a lot of people stop there. They write a quote-unquote SMART goal and they leave it there. But there's so much more to goal setting that makes the big difference about whether you actually achieve the goal or not. But use that concept to write out the specific 12-month goals. Then I want you to break it down. What would your goal need to be in 3 months in order to know that you are on track to reach the 12-month goal? Then ask yourself again, what would the 6-month goal need to be in order to make sure that you are on the right track to reach the 12-month goal? What would the 9-month mark need to look like to make sure that you are on track to reach that 12-month goal? That can be a little bit difficult to do because let's just say hypothetically it's a financial goal. The likelihood of you making the same amount of money every single month or every single quarter evenly and perfectly towards the end of the year is slim. You're actually more likely to go, it gets easier and faster to make more and more money. So hopefully what you make in quarter one, you make something significantly more in quarter four because you've grown, you've evolved. So it can be a little bit difficult to predict that. So if it's easier, just divide it by the 4 quarters and go from there. And then everything above that is obviously incredible. But that's what I would do, but without too much attachment. But you just want the clarity of what that's going to look like. So break it down into the quarterly, then just focus on the first month. So what do you need to do in the next 30 days that's going to help you to move towards quarter one end result, okay? And then from there, your weekly tasks, make sure that that aligns with the monthly goal. Hopefully that's not too confusing. So write down specific 12-month goals and break them down as much as you can to make it a lot more tangible and easier to action. On top of that, I recommend that you don't set too many goals because it can be difficult to keep up with. Every goal requires energy. So the more goals you have, the less meaningful and impactful they seem to be. And it's also a lot more difficult to manage. Okay, that's that tip. Next, once you've done your goals and you've broken them down, I want you to write down your why. Why are those goals so important to you? What's that going to allow you to feel and create and provide in your life? Your why is everything. Next tip is to write the how. So what are you actually going to do to reach those goals? So if it's a financial goal, work out how many sales would you need to reach that goal? Is your offer, pricing a match for that? Or do you need to increase your pricing or change the structure of things to make it more sustainable? You need to have clarity on those sorts of things. So get clear on the why. The how, sorry. And then finally, write down a list of actions based on, the 12-month goals, the broken down versions, the why, the how. Write down, all right, what's your action plan that you're currently aware of from here to actually now start to execute? That's all I did. So I wrote down the 12-month goals, I broke them down, I had my reasons why, I wrote the how, and then I went to the specifics of the details of the how into, actionable steps I can begin to take now. That's all I've done. It's as simple as that. So that's a little process that you can do to make sure that you have your New Year's goals for your business all set up for success, and then make sure you have support and you have the right approach to ensure that you achieve it. If you need help and support, reach out to me. I would love to work with you. If you listen to this podcast, you're already my favorite person, and I would love to support you. You can just reach out and we can have a chat about that. My doors are open. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed this quick wins episode, and I'll chat to you in the next episode. If you thoroughly enjoyed this episode, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Your support fuels our mission to bring you even more valuable content every week. It truly means the world to me. My promise to you is that if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'll continue making incredible episodes such as this every week to help you to grow and scale your coaching business. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.